We're very grateful to have been nominated as a finalist or have been made as selected as finalists for 4 categories. This is actually one of our first times to participate in the Asia CEO Awards. We've known about the awards for a long time, and actually as a management team we were always wondering, would we be good enough to be nominated and would we ever make it to be a finalist? So we were very, very honored to have this year to have actually been selected as finalists in 4 categories. I think it reflects a lot upon the work of the management team, not only this year but of many years, the past 3 years. So the entire management team is here with me today, and I think what we're really reflecting upon is this type of award ceremony, especially given the current situation in the Philippines with this tremendous economic growth. It really helps every single company, every single executive leadership team reflect upon what they have contributed so far, but more importantly, what they can contribute more in the future. And so that's the sentiment, that's the mindset that we have as an executive team. So we're looking forward to celebrating the recognition this event will give us tonight, but we want to give back more. And we will use this as an inspiration to the rest of our 1,300 employees to do even more for the Philippines in the next 3 to 5 years. So thank you very much. Meeting all the other CEOs, we're also going to be able to, of course, introduce each other and share and learn from the other nominees, the other finalists. What are all the different things that each company is doing? And are some of those programs, some of those initiatives, something that we should be doing as well? And so these type of events just make everyone better. It helps and motivates everyone to learn from each other and makes everyone better. And by having more of these types of events and everyone learning and taking those learnings into action, maybe now the Philippines actually, as President Aquino says, is no longer the sick man of Asia, but becomes healthier and healthier to become now the next Asian tiger.
Okay. One last question, platform economic.
Well, I think it's a very, very appropriate time to use this title. Now, I'm a Korean American, and actually we had a review last week about what does the next Asian tiger mean. And we actually looked at the GDP growth of Singapore from 1960 to 2014. We looked at the GDP per capita growth of Korea from 1960 to 2014, and now we're looking at the GDP per capita growth of the Philippines. And of course Singapore, if we look at 1960, everyone was actually less than $1,000 per capita. Singapore today is close to $60,000 per capita. Korea today is close to $25,000 per capita. Philippines today is almost close to $3,000. But when you look at that, you don't have to just look at the negative side. Just say the Philippines can only go up. And how can we as companies and CEOs help the Philippines go up? That is our, I think, responsibility. That is the challenge and the magnificent challenge we have in front of us today.
Very well said. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much.
Nominated for the best executive team, and our CEO is also nominated for best CEO of the year, Mr. Disco.
Okay, sir. So, anytime. Okay, sir. What can you say that your company, is this your first time to be nominated in this Asia CEO Awards?
Yes,
Okay.
it's the
Can
first
you
time.
Please say something about it and the award, you're one of the finalists of which category?
First Metro is nominated as one of the one with the best executive team for the year, and we happen to be the largest investment house in the Philippines, and we have a large share in the origination of debt capital and also IPOs in the capital market, and I guess that's one of the reasons why we were nominated. But more than that, the executive team is composed of very competent individuals who do their homework every day.
Can you please say something about I think your company is best fitted to be nominated in this kind of category. So can you please expound it, sir?
On why we were
Yes.
okay. Well, we have a management team of individuals that represent various disciplines in the financial market. We have somebody who is into stock brokering, somebody into the equities market. I am representing the treasury group. Our expertise really is on the fixed income securities market. And we also have somebody on regional development. And this management team meets every week, twice a week. We meet on Monday to discuss opportunities and the events that transpired, or what will transpire, all the pipeline for our deals and what we intend to do in terms of our trading activities. And then again, we meet on Friday afternoon to discuss technicals as far as the fixed income and the equities market. So that's why I said we do our homework, because we do both fundamentals and technicals to prepare us for the challenges that are ahead of us.
Sir, what is the implication of this that the economy side of the Philippines, as you've seen, all the CEOs are here to celebrate the summit is coming and then the ASEAN summit.
Why these private enterprises are the drivers? Okay. Well, in the past several years, we've always said that we need the government to do this, we need the government to do that, we need this. Well, actually, if you look at the economic miracle that the Philippines has become, if you look at it closely, although the government's infrastructure support has been there to a certain extent, the main driver is really the citizens and the private companies that, despite the absence of certain factors that make it easy, no, for other investors abroad to do their business, for us, we managed, despite the lack of certain infrastructure or limited infrastructure, and despite that lack, we're a miracle. We're an economic miracle. So I think we owe it to the private individuals like your BPO employees and your OFWs, and to the private companies that continue to move on despite everything. Well, to the organizers, we're very much thankful for this nomination. This is such a prestigious nomination, and we're all very excited for the outcome. If we win, we will be very happy. If we don't, we'll still be happy in having been nominated among so many in the country. And let us work together so that this country will move forward. And as the late Flavier said, let's do it.
Sir, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very excited. You know, this is a big yearly thing now in the business community, and everyone's looking forward to this. When we started 5 years ago with the organizers, this is just quite small, but now everyone's excited, looking forward to see the winners, you know, and to really be part of this. They're making good noise for the Philippines.
What is the implication of this, of these people?
Yeah.
We're surrounded by leaders, of CEOs. So how does it implicate for the Asia CEO Awards that you have organized?
Well, I think this is good. Number one, for for the whole Philippine economy, because we're creating noise. We're telling everyone out there outside the Philippines that this country is growing. There's big potential. We're recognizing the people, the drivers, the movers and shakers in the industry, and every year it's growing. So it's really something, right? And people believe in it. There's value in what we do every day. And every year it's good to take stock of what had happened. And even though there are a lot of, not so good things happening, but at least every year we pause and we recognize the leaders and the people behind the success of the Philippine economy. And that's fantastic. Very excited for the 2014 Asia CEO Awards. We're now going ASEAN. And congratulations to all the nominees and to all the winners. I'm sure you all deserve it. Thank you.
It's exciting. Of course, it's an exciting night. Yeah, it's a good chance to meet a lot of different people, and I'm looking forward to it. Oh well, it's an honor, of course. So, but I'm just happy to have been chosen as a finalist, and it's good to be here. Well, I agree. I agree with that view. I think it's quite known in the world that Asia is a growth spot, but I think as a country, the Philippines is the growth within the growth. I think that generally speaking, Asia is on an uptrend, but it's a big place. So within that trend, I really feel that the Philippines especially is a hot spot for many reasons. Demographically, growth is almost inevitable, and the energy that we're feeling now, I think, is very promising for the future. Yeah.
Where the country is really a hot place to invest for foreigners like me. So it's really good to see all these activities and to see how many young people like my partner, like Giorgio Liviste, who is below 35, is shortlisted for this event. So it's very good. I'm very optimistic about it. Of course, Filipino. I like Filipino. I am Italian, and Filipino Italians are very similar. And we are both Catholic. We like to enjoy life. At the same time, the fundamentals of these countries are good, and middle class is rising, so they need a lot of products. In our case, we just provide real estate products. So plus it's in the middle of Southeast Asia, which is the best place to be now, I think. Actually, I really see big potential, more than in other surrounding countries surrounding Philippines, because Philippines start from maybe a little lower position, so there is a lot more to do, So to me, Philippines is one of the best places to invest now, if you ask me, among the Southeast Asian countries, because there is a big gap that has to be filled. Actually, I just arrived, but I'm sure I'm gonna have fun, and it's going to be quite interesting. And also, I'm excited to see if my partner will win. That's what I hope.
Actually, it's a privilege to be part of this prestigious award kasi nagulat ako dahil karamihan ng mga nominee dito, mga sikat at mayayamang mga company. More on advocacy kasi ang ginagawa ko sa mga kabataan, especially with my company called Creative Voices Productions, which I want the Philippines to be a center of voiceover excellence in Asia. They say out of 300 yata, I'm top 6, so nakakatuwa at natutuwa rin ako, marami rin nagtitiwala na nag-nominate sa akin dito. Basically, I declare myself as the present day Rizal. Rizal is an epitome of excellence and greatness, and I believe there's always greatness and excellence in every Filipino. You just have to show it and you have to do it. So, ayun, maraming salamat at talagang dahil siguro number one, dahil sa ibigan natin si Miss Eileen, na-nominate tayo dito.
Our company is nominated in 2 categories, the Executive Team Award and then the CEO Award. And that's me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pleased to meet you, sir. So,
Thank you. Well, this is a strategic gathering of, you've said it, no? All the captains of the industries. And many of these people are our clients. First Metro is an investment bank. So we mobilize resources and capitals for many of these companies. Name it, no? You have Ayala, Lafarge, SM Group, Aboitiz. All of these companies are actively accessing the capital market for their business expansion. So we are essentially an integral part of the process because we're helping them raise money from. Well, just being considered as a finalist is already an affirmation that they recognize our contribution to the economy. So in that regard, we're very appreciative and very happy with the selection process and the jury as well. Of course, we're hoping that we will win so that it will end the night in a perfect note, no? Meaning bagging and capping that awards
would you want
eventually.
to say something to the organizers or the Asia CEO Awards in the Philippines?
This is a very inspiring event in the sense that it encourages CEOs to do more, to do even better, for the market to be connected more closely. Corporations, banks, financial institutions working hand in hand to ensure that the economy grows forward for the benefit of the Filipinos at large. So, a perfect event. This is a very strategic activity that we always support.
I believe you prepared your speech na, sir.
No, no. But I think I can hack it out.
Of course. Sir, congratulations.
Thank you.
As you
It's great to be in a country that's growing at the rate the Philippines is growing, and it's wonderful to be sponsoring this award, particularly for environmental and social and governance. That's the award that we're sponsoring here with First Carbon. It's to recognise companies that are promoting environmental change within their company, social change, so environmental initiatives outside of their company, and adopting a governance within the company that ensures that we're going to be here in the next 30 years, because at the moment the environment is in deep trouble, very deep trouble, and so we're trying to do everything we can to change that. So Richard and Rebecca, we love you dearly, and great awards, great night, and getting better every year. Wonderful.
Congratulations. Footage na lang. From the park. Can interview him. Sir, how do you feel tonight? We are surrounded by the leaders of the country.
Yeah, I'm one of the jury members. I'm a judge.
Yes, sir.
I'm a judge, and it's a prestigious awards, and we recognize the top CEOs, the leaders of industry, the most globally competitive, the most effective leaders, CEOs, and so on. We'll also be awarding lifetime awards, and thanks to Asia CEO Forum that always been inviting me. I think it's the fourth time that I'm a judge.
Sir, how was the judging?
Yeah, it was very challenging, and we're also assisted by KPMG and the scoring, and we have a very prestigious, deserving members of the jury. We congratulate Rebecca and Richard Mills of Asia CEO Forum.
Thank you, sir.
I think it's very encouraging, no? Partly because I think one of the things that we really need to showcase in this country is how strong and improving the governance structures are within management of the companies here in the Philippines. I think awards like this encourage companies, and it also showcase what the Philippines can offer to the business community. Well, the KPMG Management Award is really offered to the company that befits leadership and have shown credibility as a management team. So we're really recognizing the group of people within the company who's most embodied good executive management within their organization. Well, you know, as I was telling Richard a while ago, it's amazing how the Asia CEO has grown in such a short time. No? Only 5 years, and look at it right now, 800 people strong. So congratulations.
I'm in the category of expatriate people, you know, in this country, and feel very happy, you know, to be nominated. But I guess, you know, that happiness is a reflection of the welcome attitudes, you know, of the Filipinos, that we can work here, we can work together, make things better. Well, we're rolling the carpet, you know, for a greater influx of recognition what the Philippines has as a product. And whether it is tourism or whether it is other aspects of manufacturing and so forth, I think it's time that the shutters are being opened to the world so that more foreign direct investment is coming, and the Filipinos are at their very best: furniture, handicrafts, manufacturing, whatever. We have already 10 million very capable Filipinos outside. Now we want the world to come to us, to the Philippines. Several years ago, the hotel was nominated in the service tourism area, but that goes back to 2010. You know, it's a highlight. It's almost for business community. What is the Oscar Award? Is the Asia CEO Award, and we are so grateful to Shalre, as well as, you know, to a very dedicated couple, Richard and Rebecca Mills, who are doing a fantastic job.
It's really a very great privilege to be part of this event because, as you know, this annual event is all about talents, Filipino talents, and it's really great to be surrounded by all these successful people, women and men, and for that matter. So I'm very proud to be a friend and a colleague of the Rebecca Bustamante, who is obviously very popular in the country because she has made dreams possible from being a maid to a made woman. So I'm proud to be a Filipina, and she's really definitely somebody who exudes that Filipinas can make it. If you dream big and you achieve it, then there's nothing impossible. Filipinos and Filipinas in general, they're very first of all, we're very hardworking people. We just don't have the talent. We have the heart to make it big in the world.
We are very excited to be part of this. The Equicom group of companies really, we're very proud of the innovative products and services and even processes that we have done in all the 14 companies that we have. First time for the Equicom group to be nominated, which means that all the companies are really we actually really apply a lot of the technology, the new technology and innovation and applications that are available out there for the different companies that we have, and that we are a part of. We're actually focused on the healthcare industry, also the banking and finance industry, as well as the intelligence and IT services. I think one of the reasons is because we have been really promoting heavily in each of the organizations, whether it is in healthcare, like MaxiCare, for example, or banking and finance, like Equicom Savings Bank, or even our own contact center, which is the outsource network. We have been applying innovation. In fact, not just innovation, but the quality of service pertaining to our processes and all that. So, one of the companies that we that is part of the Equicom group of companies is on the hardware as well as software, and I think part of that is the promotion of innovation is very heavy, really, in all the businesses of Equicom group.
Congratulations, Richard and Rebecca. This event's getting bigger and better every year. It's becoming a genuine major event for for Philippine business across the board. Well done, and thanks very much.
It's about to start. Oh, I saw her. I said, ma'am, you are nominated in the category. Not nominated.
I'm not.
Oh, okay po. Sige po.
Yun naman, sa white.
She used to host programs on Sean 41, NBN 4, QTV 11, Studio 23, RBN 9, IBC 13, and the ABS-CBN News Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for Miss Isa Litton.
Proudly presented by PLDT Alpha Nueva. Thank you for your applause. In the Philippines and in the Asian region, the Asian CEO Awards recognizes exemplary business leaders whose achievements have paved the way towards economic progress, nation building, and best of luck to you. And the very reason why you were nominated in the first place and to make it to the title of finalist truly shows how much you have put out there already. Merging Asia, as creatively depicted in our opening number, because the Philippines is determined to play a bigger role in the global and regional economy. This is going to be in production, which will formally start next year. It's going to be a very exciting time for the Philippines. So here now to formally welcome all of you to tonight's event. Please welcome the Vice President International at San Miguel Pure Foods and former CEO of the Business Processing Association of the Philippines. He's also a life.
The leadership principle that he's talking about. Tonight is about leadership excellence. It is not about one person. It is not about that chief executive we're referring to. It is about that person and much more. It is about... That's what every enterprise needs in this country today. And these enterprises with highly capable leadership engines are what will help this country create industry engines. New engines for the economy, new engines for creating wealth. There are many different facets of running a business or enterprise. So have the organizers of these awards have what have. These are being presented by Shore Solutions, most innovative company, and the Oracle Technology for satisfaction and showcasing of Philippine hospitality at its best. Green Company of the Year Award. An individual excellence will be recognized by Global Young Leader Award to foreign expatriates, Global Philippine Executive of the Year Award. And finally, 2 top management teams living up to the from true leading models of successful leadership in both the private and the public sector in our Lifetime Achievement Awards recognize performance. But the higher goal is to be modeled to others, to be a shining example. This is what we ultimately want to inspire. A former U.S. president to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more. You are a leader. End of quote. Now look, dream more, learn more, do more, and become more. Let's celebrate this new strength.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, no celebration is complete without sustenance.
glad to have them. A very nice group here, yes. A very dynamic, innovative group. One of the nation's fastest growing BPO organizations to do leading work in different areas. And Lon and Jonathan Smith here among their large group. Smart Community, SPI Global. I don't know where, I didn't see our SPI Global people, but another large organization. This is the largest
sa kanyang yuri ang ganda, dayuhan ay nahalina. Bayan ko, binihat ka, nasadlak sa dusa. Ibon man may layang lumipat, gulungin mo kayang sakdal bilang ang imag nasang nakaalpas. Pilipinas kong minumutya, ugat ng
To love, pure and chaste from afar, to try when her arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow the star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right, without question or
the most important criterion is integrity. Excellence in all those areas, especially in contributing to the common good of society.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. May I ask each one of the members of the Board of Judges General Manager of the European Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Marshall Beck. Vice President International at San Miguel Pure Foods and former CEO of the Business Process Association of the Philippines, Mr. Oscar Sanyes. Principal Architect of Palafox Associates, Mr. June Palafox.
trends and institutional changes that make the elections in 2016 somewhat irrelevant. These are the remittances from OFW, over effects of these two engines of growth on consumer goods and services. Real estate are discovering their own country. All this will generate an annual growth of gross domestic. Such a growth rate will still be one of the highest in East Asia, trailing only behind China. The statement of Mrs. Kozon, however, can be interpreted in another. Assuming the worst case scenario, that the election of the wrong leader in 2016 may undo many of the gains that the Philippines has achieved in the last quarter of a century, it is still the best time to invest in the Philippines. It is in this sense that we are honoring and GDP declined in 2 years by as much as 15%. And the national coffers in hundreds of hectares of land, committing its fortunes to the long-term recovery, come hell or high water. He more than deserves to receive the Lifetime Award with which he is being honored today. Mr. Henry C. Jr., you may want to say a few words.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How I wish my father was here tonight. We would have loved it. It's really a great honor for me to be receiving this special Lifetime Contributors Award tonight on behalf of my father, Mr. Henry C. Sr. Our family and the whole SM organization wish to express our utmost appreciation to the award-giving body and the judging committee of the Asia CEO Award 2014. It is a rare privilege to have grown with Henry C. Sr. as my father and my mentor. He is a man of wisdom, vision, and compassion. He dedicated his life to his work and his family, delivering the aspirations and dreams of every Filipino, reaching out to them through the SM stores, malls, residences, and financial services. He faced what seems like insurmountable challenges in grounding his vision, but his hard work, determination, and the support of the very dedicated people around him, he managed to grow SM from one shoe store to the organization that it is today. He gave back to communities by providing free college education to thousands of underprivileged but deserving students, medical missions in our host communities, and livelihood through free training of thousands of farmers. I humbly accept this award in behalf with much pride, knowing all too well that he truly deserved this recognition. His legacy of hard work, leadership, service, and integrity will live in our hearts and minds, a strong foundation for us to keep growing and delivering the best. Again, we are grateful for this recognition. May you all have a pleasant evening, and congratulations too later to all the winners and finalists this evening. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our Lifetime Contributor of the Year for the private sector, Mr. Henry C. Sr. Congratulations and thank you very, very much, sir. May we have one last photo op with our judges?
Now our Asia CEO Lifetime Contributor of the Year Award for the public sector goes to the Honorable Secretary of the Department of Tourism. Secretary Jimenez. The public sector is not entirely without its own heroes. No matter how disappointed we may be with some of the national leaders today, we cannot deny there are some very I refer to the 40 million Filipinos who are finally discovering such places as Coron and San Vicente and Dumaguete in Central Visayas, the surfing sites in Baler, Aurora, or unreachable tourism destinations. Building on the accomplishments of former administrations, the present Secretary of Tourism, Ramon Jimenez Jr., has harnessed in convincing us Filipinos to the next president, whoever he may be. I know Mr. Jimenez would not like this. I would suggest that he retain Mr. Jimenez in his present post for at least the first half of the next administration. For him to consolidate even more the salutary changes he has introduced in the DOT bureaucracy. For all these reasons, we give the award to Secretary Jimenez.
Thank you very much. First of all, I think contributor the most seriously, because that's, without any false modesty, with the huge job of tourism, contributor is a big enough role. You should know that I go around the country a lot talking to students. And whenever I talk to students, I tell them, be good at what you do, especially if you are in the job of persuasion, like I am. Because you never know when, after working continuously in the private sector for 37 years, you are called to persuade not one, not two, not 1 million people, but 95 million people that they are worth a visit from the world. I consider that a lifetime job, and I thank you very much for having considered it some kind of achievement. In closing, I would like to say to the judges, you as leaders yourself know that the Filipinos thrive in an atmosphere of encouragement. They respond when you tell them they're doing a good job, because they return tomorrow to do even better work. I promise to do even better work starting tomorrow. Maraming salamat.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our Asia CEO Lifetime Contributor of the Year for the Public Sector, Secretary Ramon Jimenez Jr. And with that, we would like to thank our esteemed Board of Directors, our Board of Judges, of course, Mr. Manny V. Pangilinan, and Dr. Bernard Villegas. Thank you very, very much.
Results. And lastly, Travelers International Hotel Group. And the leader is Canvas Development Corporation.
Mr. Simon. Felix Mike. Now, the winner for the Security Bank Corporate Governance Company of the Year.
A round of applause again. Congratulations to Philex Mining, the Security Bank Corporate Governance Company of the Year awardee. Big smiles to the cameras, please. And of course, we'd like to include all of our finalists for a group photo. I believe there's a request to hear from our awardee. May we ask for the representative from Philex Mining to please share with us a few words? Thank you very, very much. And of course, thank you as well to youth development and other programs considered to be most relevant to society today.
The basis of CSR starting home. We also believe that we should have a culture or attitude of empathy.
Cognitive Technology Solutions Philippines. HSBC Electronic Data Processing Philippines. Lafarge Republic Incorporated. Mark Maritime Corporation. Manila Electric Company. Felix Mining Corporation. PJ Louis Group. Rio Philippines Limited. And IBM Philippines.
Company of the Year award are Nestle Philippines Incorporated, San Carlos Solar Energy Incorporated, Ted Knox Development Corporation,
Once again, congratulations to San Carlos Solar Energy, the first carbon solution green company of the year. We'd like to ask for a photo opportunity with San Carlos Solar Energy, our awardee, and of course our presenters, our executives from the ADEC or ADEC group. We'd first like a photo op with our winner, please. Once again, we'd like to ask San Carlos Solar Energy, please step forward. Please step forward, our awardee, as well as our executives from ADA for our photo op.
Good evening, everyone. Our heartfelt thanks to the awards for recognizing the need for companies in climate change. This movement shift award is small more than that. And some important things where we found that the Philippines had some of the best solar locations in the world. From then on, 3 years, we came to successful and expanding our footprint that we have. Thank you so much.
Congratulations once again, that is San Carlos Solar Energy. Thank you very, very much to our finalists, and congratulations to our awardee. Thank you to our executives.
Mr. Nael Howard from Rapid.ph. Mr. Michael Baculo, Parents Communication Group. Mr. Misha D'Souza,
Most Innovative Company of the Year award are. And Verisite Corporation. Aspen Philippines Incorporated. Healthcare Medical. The Philippine Stock Exchange. Transnational Diversified Group. And the winner of the Shore Solutions Most Innovative Company of the Year award is Erica Ganey.
Congratulations once again to Erica Jen Incorporated for winning the Shore Solutions Most Innovative Company of the Year. Give them a big round of applause. We have a photo opportunity with our winner. After which we'll have a group photo with the rest of the finalists. Shall we all squeeze in at the center of the stage, please? And with that, flash your pearly lights. Would our representatives from Erica Jen Incorporated like to share with us a few words?
On behalf of Generica Drugstore, Julian and I are delighted to receive this award. Generica Drugstore, as you can see, is a joint venture of French and Filipino investors. Julian, why don't you read them something in French?
Bonjour, bonsoir, at magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat kasi French po ako pero sa totoo lang pusong Pinoy.
As you can also see, Generica belongs to two generations. If it is not very clear, it belongs to the younger generation. I think we won the award, among other things, because our main innovation this year is Med Padala. It is an electronic gift check targeted especially to Filipinos abroad, as well as here in the country, who remit money intended for medicine. Med Padala. I'm repeating it so you don't forget. Thank you very much.
And once again, congratulations for Shore Solutions Most Innovative.
As part of 100 Global Innovators, we have a very rich history of providing solutions in the Philippines.
photo opportunity with our winner, please. The lady has her hands full. And now we'd like to invite the rest of the finalists to please join for a group photo. Would our representative from Flor Daniel Incorporated Philippines like to share with us a few words? Shall we give her a round of applause, please?
Okay. Thank you for recognizing Flor Quality Management System. Remember, see, hear, feel quality. That's my last word. Remember, quality is in our lives, okay? Make sure before you go home, make sure you think of quality all the time. Thank you.
Well said. Thank you very, very much. Flor Daniel Incorporated Philippines.
Presenting the Jones Lang LaSalle Award, and my goodness, how it's grown over the years. I think tonight there's about 800 people here. The room is pretty well packed, so I guess congratulations to Richard and the Asia CEO Awards Committee, and we'll probably be looking for a new venue, a bigger venue next year. So congratulations on that. So the finalists for the Jones Lang LaSalle Expatriate Executive of the Year, Mr. Hans Hari, Marco Polo Plaza, Michael Draper, Royal Cargo from Line Logistics. Hotel. Last but not least, Mr. Vikram Singh, Tata Consultancy Services. And the winner of the Jones Lang LaSalle Expatriate Executive of the Year Award is Mr. Lars Whitty.
Enthusiastic cheers in the back. Congratulations to Mr. Lars Riddick for winning the Jones Lang LaSalle Expatriate Executive of the Year. A big smile for the cameras, please. And now we'd like to ask the rest of our finalists to please step forward and join the photo op. We'll be hearing from Mr. Lars Whittig. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a big round of applause.
With that team to have created growth for regions, which made us one of the leading incubators for foreign investors into this great country. Thank you very much. Thank you. These are the finalists. From Integrated Microelectronics, Mr. Arthur Pan. From the International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions, Mr. Mario Mamon. Last but not the least, First Metro Investments Corporation, Mr. Roberto Dispo. And the winner for the Smart Enterprise Global Filipino Executive of the Year, the
President and Director of First Metro Investment Corporation, Mr. Roberto Juancito T. Disco.
Congratulations once again to Mr. Roberto Disco for winning the Smart Enterprise Global Filipino Executive of the Year. Big smiles for the cameras. May we ask the rest of our executives to kindly step forward for a group photo opportunity. Thank you. After the photos, we'd like to invite Mr. Roberto Disco to please share with us a few words.
Well, little did I know that in this lifetime I will be given an opportunity to work for the private sector and lead an organization which is First Metro Investment Corporation, the largest investment bank in the country. Because all my life, my dream has always been to work for the public sector, for the love of government and country. And I just did that because after graduation, I joined the Philippine government and served two presidents of the Republic, from the late Cory Aquino all the way to Fidel V. Ramos, and worked under three line departments: the National Defense, Trade and Industry, and the Department of Finance. Again, for the love of the government and country. And then also, little did I know that this fervor, the love for country, will serve me well when I move on to the private sector, because as a CEO of First Metro, I now look at things more meaningfully, how First Metro's activities and business pursuits are connected with the Philippine economy and the Philippine growth and prospect. Meaning, our activities are intertwined with the activities of the Philippine economy. Our success is the success of the economy, and Philippine growth story is actually the growth story of First Metro. And I also discovered one undeniable fact, that the love for country, the love for the company, all emanates from the love of God in that perfect sequential order. And the list can go on and on. The love for God, the love for country, the love for economy, the love for the company, the love for people, even the love for King Henares, which is paying the right taxes. So to the organizer of this event, thank you. This award inspires presidents and CEOs like us to do even more and to do even better. And in closing, let me just thank and give the highest honor to our Creator. To God be all the glory, tuminig ko at umuhay ng lahat.
Global Filipino Executive of the Year. Congratulations to all of our finalists, and thank you.
I'm proud to release the finalists for the ADT Coca-Cola
Communications to share with us a few words.
Thank you for this recognition. We share this award with our 5,000 plus strong workforce that remains to be steadfast and that possesses strong community. And we also would like to share this with our leaders, led by our chairman, Mr. Enrique. Thank you for inspiring us and for moving to the right direction. Thank you very much.
Congratulations once again to Smart Communications. Thank you very much to our finalists and of course, our executives from RALCO.
KPMG executive leadership, most specifically two of which, one working as a team, and the second one by Integrated Microelectronics Incorporated. Executive Leadership Team of the Year for 2014 goes to the management of SM Prime
Team of the Year Award. Kindly step forward. Of course, we have Mr. Henry. Mr. Hansi. A big round of applause for the SM Prime Holdings. We welcome the rest of the workers that are finalists. Please step forward for a group photo opportunity. From our KPMG Executive Leadership Team of the Year awardee. Give a round of applause, everybody.
Good evening, everyone. We in the SM Prime Group, headed by our leadership team, Mr. Henry C. Sr., Mr. Henry C. Jr., Mr. Hansi, Mr. Jeffrey, happy to accept this leadership award. We would also like to extend our deep appreciation to the Asia CEO of our committee, KPMG as well, led by Mr. Manaba, for this recognition. This award actually reflects the excellence in leadership of our team, as we steered our group towards integration in October 2013. Also, it shows the collaborative effort that we have with our various stakeholders, mainly our employees, our tenants and customers, our suppliers, and also the relevant government agencies. Again, thank you.
Congratulations to SM Prime Holdings, to Mr. Hans C. Jr. for joining, of course, the awarding presentation to all our finalists and of course our concludes the awarding ceremony for the Asia CEO Awards for 2004.
Congratulations to all the finalists. Big round of applause for them, please. You are amazing to me. To all winners, please go around and share the news. Show your trophy for others to follow you. Especially next year, we are officially announcing that Asia CEO Awards are open to the ASEAN region. Yay!
Very well. I'm surprised, pleasantly surprised that we won the award and being recognized for the Leadership Award. Well, I would just encourage everyone to do their best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sir, how about you, sir? How would you, what can you say?
We're very happy. SM is very happy, and we're proud to be part of this, and we will continue to support this year on you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's a good program. Good to recognize the people who have created a track record of excellence and success, and it's good for their achievements to get recognized, and for me, more importantly, for them to be role models for our youth. No?
So you've been supporting this for 5 long years now, sir.
I think so. Yeah.
Like I said when I said a few words afterwards, I think it's because of the new product that we have launched, which is Med Padala, meaning it's a way that you can send remittance for medicines. Kasi yan ang that is, we found out that for many overseas Filipinos, they sent a lot of money here, but only to find out that the purpose that it was sent for was not implemented, and one of them is for medicine. So we said, why don't we do this Med Padala product? It's an electronic gift certificate. You get a code, you get a PIN, which you can use yourself, or your beneficiary can go to any Generica drugstore. You put in the code, you enter your PIN, and you can transact already, but only for medicines and supplements. The gift check does not expire, and you can use it in installments. So I think that was the one that really made the difference. Plus the fact that because the contest was for a joint venture or multinational, well, it so happened that my partner is French, and then I'm Filipino, and well, the other interesting thing, he was 30 years old when we did the project, and I was 60, so yet 2 generations.
Congratulations.
Tonight was a fantastic evening. It is very rare that you are in a forum where you have so many distinctive profiles in the same room. Well, when I came to this country, I moved here first time more than 20 years ago. I had no dream about making it to this kind of an honor. But I'm literally, as I told my team when I returned to our table, I'm only visible as I'm standing on their shoulders. And I built that team, and it's only because of them that we built the expansion that is being recognized so much this evening.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, the event was quite exciting because this country is so exciting. There's so much going on. So now there's companies doing amazing things in all kinds of different industries. So it's very exciting. And if you notice, something that is interesting is that we have Filipino companies, very, very good Filipino companies, standing side by side many of the world's greatest multinationals, also run by Filipinos doing amazing work within Philippines. So it's quite exciting to see, the country. And I can tell you there was many people from different countries here that were very impressed by the kind of quality of companies and the diversity of companies and the stories of what they're doing in Philippines. So it's an exciting time and big times ahead for Philippines. In my view, and I've said this before, is that the finalists are winners just almost as much as the actual winner. It was very, very difficult to choose a winner when there's very high quality finalists like there was, and sometimes there were disagreements among the judges because some of us felt one way or it was very difficult because again the quality of the organizations that we're seeing in Philippines these days is just beyond what I ever could have imagined. All right, we really thank the people who came to this year's event. It was beyond all expectations. We filled the facility. This is already the largest facility of its kind in the country, and we're filled it. So we don't know what we're going to do next year if we get any bigger. But we had, many of the nation's leading business people with us. So it was such a pleasure to have them all in one place, really showing showing the country at its best. So it was just so exciting, and I can't imagine what we can do next year to top it.
Look at the number of the guests, people who came. Imagine for Manny Pangilinan coming in and staying for the whole night. Oscar Reyes, the CEO of Meralco, Hansi, Ramon Jimenez, our Secretary of Tourism, and so many successful business people in our community being here tonight. That's something. There's a message that we have to be thankful. And it is the belief in what we're doing in really promoting our country as the business hub in Asia and making our country as the first world on or before 2050. So that's something to be proud of. We want to say thank you to all the nominees for believing with the Asia CEO Awards in submitting their nominations. To all the finalists, you guys are like cream of the crop. Congratulations. And also to the winners, please go around and share the news that you won, not because you're being proud, but to inspire many to also go out there and shoot for the moon, and of course they will land among the stars. And of course the great news, we are officially announcing that Asia CEO Awards is opening to the ASEAN region in 2015. That's something that we're proud of. The event will happen in the Philippines, so it means by doing that, every year our tourism will increase, our manufacturing will increase, and also BP or any businesses in the Philippines will increase, and together we can make it happen.